After a long slumber, Granblue Fantasy Relink received another free update, which is the 1.2.0 update. An update decent in terms of size and came with enhancement, a lot of balances, bug fixes, new stuff to do, especially endgame content, and more. I am the Samurai, and in this video, I will be breaking down all the key features and points that the latest update offers, or everything important that you need to know that has been showcased in the recent livestream, and more, while providing my thoughts along the way. I will be breaking down all of the pre-release information of 1.3.0 as well that will be released in May. So ultimately, you will be answering if the game is worth picking up again, especially if you stopped playing for a while now. I'm a little bit late to the party since I just recently got relieved from a big project over my day job, and I said to myself we will be covering the latest update regardless, so let's get on with it. I had a decent hours already in the recent update, so I can share my thoughts about it. The first thing that I would like to talk about is the story continuation through Seofon and Tweyen. And the game finally introduced these two most awaited characters, and both of them will come with their separate Fate episodes, which kinda continuing the story a little bit. Their Fate episodes will explore the events of why they visited Seka Grande's Kingdom, although it's not much since I was expecting something of a good development in terms of the main story. This is a good way to introduce the Eternals to the new players in the world of GBF like myself. Moving on to the next topic, which is Tweyen and Seofon's progression. Of course, the main stars of this update are indeed Seofon and Tweyen. Players can unlock them by playing the newly added quests, which are the Swarm of Ahriman, which is an extreme quest, and also the Proud Difficulty Behemoth quest, which is very fun to play with, but also challenging. Note that both quests drops Revenant Medallions, which is one of the newly added materials and the basic ones. Stacking up Revenant Medallions will let you trade Supreme Weapon Essences, which can later be traded to CRO for Tweyen and Seofon's special crewmate card. Nice and simple. However, the grind is far from over. You will need to farm for more Supreme Weapon Essences or spam the Behemoth quest perhaps for you to craft their weapons. Seofon can pull off devastating combos with his avatar with intense flashiness. His gameplay revolves around when to time in your avatar summons to deal most of the damage. What is cool about Seofon is he can fill up the entire party's SBA gauge after charging a long time. A great utility that can be useful in hard raid fights like Lucilius. Now for Tweyen, I'm already seeing a lot of players enjoying her playstyle. Yet another ranged damager capable of pulling off quick arrow volley combos while staying on the move. How cool is that? Not only a certified waifu, but it can impair enemies with multiple debuffs by pulling up one skill, and also use these debuffs as damage multipliers. Her ultrasight gauge allows her to perform a devastating arrow volley, which is really fun to see. Of course, I will make a separate guide for these two, so stay tuned for that. Now moving on to the progression of the newly added characters. Now these two don't have terminus weapons of their own, rather they have only two weapons, which are their Ascension and Supreme weapons. I know what you're thinking, Seofon and Tweyen were simply gimped or were handicapped compared to our usual characters because of not having a terminus weapon, but I will save you the hassle. Their unique sigils will provide most of the unique traits that terminus weapons provides. You will have different setups in terms of sigils, but I can assure you is that they are not weak here compared to our current lineups. Your initial thoughts, on the other hand, of why they changed the character progression crossed my mind as well, and in my opinion, it can confuse some, especially for those players who took a break from a game and came back just to play these two characters. Players are used to the usual progression, which is forge and max all of the weapons for certain characters, max their over masteries, and then farm their terminus weapons and then equip the right sigils. It's just that I find this whole new progression confusing, but hey, there are huge positives here, like for people who doesn't want to farm terminus weapons anymore. Not a lot of people can quickly adjust to this, especially when tinkering with Seofon and Tweyen. This applies to the majority, like young professional or dads who have little to no time. So imagine that they have so little time and now they use the usual progression and then they find out that it's been changed or something like that. I find it okay personally since we have longed for changes and this is possibly the part of it. I just hope that the succeeding characters will have the same progression to avoid further adjustments, and we are expecting Sandalphon will receive the same treatment. On the other hand, if you want to skip a little bit of the grind, players can buy their character packs. These packs cost $5 each, along with the items that will help you jumpstart them. I've been hearing a lot of great things so far about Seofon and Tweyen, so if you want to use them as a new player, you can buy them right away out of the gate. Or if you want to support Cygames by buying these packs. Not just character packs, but players will be able to buy a new working out emote and also a golden color scheme for our current characters, along with all the usual character upgrade packs that they release every update. 1.2.0 update also released a lot of changes and balances in terms of existing characters, and also a lot of bug fixes and improvements for the overall combat. We're not going over each of them since by now you probably know the changes made for your main characters, but I am showing them on the screen right now, so feel free to pause the video if you like to check them out. But before anything else, if you are into straight to the point guides or just love Japanese role-playing games like this one or RPGs in general, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and it will surely help me a lot. Join our Discord server as we are building an empire where you can find like-minded people who love the genre. Now back into the video. Moving on to the next topic, which players can now enjoy more unique and general sigils for our current builds. We can enjoy a little bit of variety here and there, but these new sigils require testing if they are worth it. After clearing the newly added quests, you can get these new unique sigils by trading them from CRO with existing materials you got from the Behemoth quest as well. If you already tested some of the unique sigils, let us know your experience in the comments below. Moving on to the next topic, and I want to highlight the newly released Behemoth quest. Not only it is a fun fight to spam over and over, but the greatest thing that it offers to the table is this quest finally dropped supplementary damage 5+, along with other unique sigils. My goodness, I don't know if this makes you happy, but I know a lot of endgame players are happy right now as we can legitimately farm the ever elusive supplementary damage 5+. The ability to get all sorts of unique sigils like Glass Cannon 5+, supplementary damage 5+, and more will be beneficial for your main and for your AI party members. This can easily get hours of fun if you enjoy grinding, that is, and I am grateful that they finally did it. Moving on to the next awaited feature, finally after millions of years of waiting and pleading for this feature, the bulk transmutation has been released. Although you can't immediately flush all of your turns marble stocks or knickknack vouchers all at once, players can do 30 transmutations at a time. A very huge time saver, and God knows how I hated transmuting sigils in the past one by one, and I can now happily transmute again. The recent livestream also teased the most upcoming added features by 1.3.0, and we will go over them quickly so you will know what to expect. Of course, we are expecting Sandalphon already, and this update will be cascaded sometime in May. According to Cygames, we will be unlocking him differently compared to Seofon and Tweyen. Sandalphon looks pretty insane on the other hand, and judging from the showcase, he is going to be a banger with 2 modes or form. First is his normal form, and the latter is the Archangel mode, which is going to elevate all of his repertoire. I'm pretty excited about playing him, and he looks pretty insane. Not only Sandalphon, but we will be getting new Proud Difficulty quests, new sigils to tinker with, new map overlays feature to help new players track treasures and especially weak pincers as well, and also new side quests and the ability to customize control schematics. A photo mode feature which I know a lot of people are going to enjoy, where you can play around with your favorite characters, make them pose for your ideal shots, put frames on them, and more. If you played FF14, it is very similar to its G-Pose feature. But the thing that caught my attention is sigil synthesis, which allows us to combine sigils to customize our traits. How insane is that? Hopefully, there will be more build variety that we can take advantage of. One feature that I've been waiting for so long for Nehemiah mains just like me is the additional butterfly HUD count, and finally, they will be releasing in 1.3.0. Hopefully, we will be seeing a lot of similar updates as well. Also, the ability to lock sigils during curio appraisals is one of the features I included in my video recently, and I am happy to see that they are listening to the majority of the community's requests. There are a lot of changes that I didn't mention in this video, but those are the minor ones, and these are all the major things that will get you up to speed with regards to the recent update. Overall, I am happy with what I'm seeing, and I find the recent update pretty good and pretty decent in size, and I'm seeing a lot of people starting to play Relink once again. If you ask me, you should play too, and all of the activities currently are worth at least 1 to 2 weeks of playtime, maybe less for ultra hardcore players, so you should consider going back to Relink. As I mentioned, if you enjoyed min-maxing your main characters or your party in general, you will have lots of fun with this update. And it is worth mentioning that all of these are free, especially all of the added content that they provided. It is a good move. I'm still hoping for a major expansion since I want this game to last. What do you think about the latest update, and are you having fun so far? If you are new to Relink, these videos will give you the best start possible, and thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.